greater self-confidence,
and personal growth.
and personal growth.
So this promise is very important to know it. And usually, or let's say about Dubai Toastmaster Club, as soon you become a member, immediately you receive an email with a mentor. That mentor will guide you, will support you, and will help you in your Toastmaster journey. So it is, I request all the members, or the new members, or any member, to have a mentor, always to be in touch with him, to know about his objectives for the coming speeches. In Toastmasters, we have 4 core values. That is integrity,
Respect.
respect, service, and excellence. We usually avoid to speak about 3 taboo topics, that is sex, politics, and religion. For any emergency, please use the emergency doors when it is required. Each club have a president. When I think about our president, I think about the word energy. In fact, she is so energetic and full of action that I think her middle name should be as Dewi Energy Al She has been a Toastmaster for the past 2 years. She was the BB Education last year, and this year she became our president. She is the BBPR of Tech Debates Club, also a bar of the District 105 team. She has indeed become an important and indispensable part of our Toastmasters family. Please welcome our President Toastmaster Dewa Kursos with a big round of applause.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Any idea? Okay, before that, with the power vested in me, I now declare this meeting open. So, any idea what day it is today? I think it's a Monday. What else?
I think
Monday,
it's
very
10th
good.
of October.
Very good. International what? Alcohol Day. Wow. Okay. Then let's meet after the
Day for mental health.
Exactly. Today is World Mental Health Day. 280 million. What is this figure? Does anybody know in relation to World Mental Health Day, what is 280 million?
People suffering from mental health.
People suffering
diseases.
from depression. And this is just not a number out of the cup. This is a number by World Health Organization. So why do you think people are suffering, so many people are suffering from mental illness?
Why? Stress?
Yeah, why? What do you think?
Financial,
Stress,
relationships,
lifestyle,
peer pressure,
Insecurity.
financial pressure, peer pressure,
Insecurity.
insecurity.
Yeah, married.
Who said that? So Keta, I need to meet your wife. Okay, what can we do about it? We all know it exists. We all know it is there. We take care of ourselves. We take care of our physical self. We brush our teeth. We have a shower daily. We go to parlors. We do our whatever we have to do to look good. We take care of our physical. What about our mental health? What can we do?
Join Toastmasters.
What can we do to improve mental health quality?
Seek counsel.
meditation, make yourself happy.
Meditation, happy, make yourself happy. Now in our circle we see the quiet ones, we don't know why they are quiet. Go speak to them, ask them, talk to them. That could reduce a lot of stress from people. Understand people, understand what they are going through. Talk. Communication is the most important thing to feel people's needs. On that note, I want everybody to stand. And just greet others. If you can hug, no social distancing, whatever. Smile, whatever. Just make people feel good around you.
We don't have enough chairs.
Go around, meet people, lot of people sitting with you. Go around. I'm happy looking at all of that. Okay, that's it. Everybody back to your seats now.
I'm not done hugging.
You can continue the hugs and the love and the warmth later and from this meeting. Now, for the benefit of the guest, let me take you all through what Toastmasters International is. Before that, today is a joint meeting with Dubai Toastmasters Club and Matrix Toastmasters Club. It's meeting 717 for DTC and 36 for Matrix. So Toastmasters International is a non-profit organization which started 98 years ago. So that itself shows the strength of the club, of how popular it is. The headquarters are in Colorado, USA. We have around 282,055 members across the globe, across 144 countries, 14,749 clubs. In UAE, we have 172 clubs to be specific, with over 3,000 members. This is our CEO, Daniel Dretz, and our international president, distinguished Toastmaster Matt Kinsey. So what are the benefits of joining Toastmasters? You all have come here with that purpose. Why did you all join? To improve your public speaking skills, to gain that self-confidence, to build leadership, to see future leaders over here, build awareness, you will have unlimited personal growth, maximize your potential over here. Toastmasters is a platform where you learn each and everything. I have written my first poem for Toastmasters. I have sang first time for Toastmasters. I have danced on stage first time of Toastmasters. So it is not limited to this. We have a whole scope. It's a very loving and a friendly atmosphere over here. There's a lot of learning in this. So to do all this, we have a program known as Pathways. Pathways concentrates on 5 core competencies. That is your public speaking, for the reason primarily why you all are here, interpersonal communication, leadership, management, and confidence. Now, how your core competency ties up into these pathways, we'll let you know. So we have 11 pathways under various categories. For example, dynamic leadership for those who want to improve, to be better leaders. We have leadership development also under leadership. We have engaging humor for those who want to excel in their humor skills. We have presentation mastery for those who want to improve on their public speaking and their confidence. So as I said, we have 5 competencies: public speaking, communication, strategic, leadership, management, and confidence. So how this ties up? For example, you choose persuasive influence. So what will you learn from here? 1, which is public speaking; 3, leadership; 2, communication; and 5, confidence. So look at this sheet which you all have. This is shared with everybody by our VP Education. Go through what exactly you want out of this program. What are the core competencies you want to take away from this, and accordingly choose your pathways. So this is how Dubai Toastmasters Club, how it works. So we have our club, Dubai Toastmasters Club. A few clubs together makes the area. We come under Area 20. So that's me, the president. Then we have our area director, the handsome Toastmaster Feroz Abdullah over there. Then a couple of areas together, like few areas together, make a division. We come under Division B. The Division B director is distinguished Toastmaster Pragya. Then we couple of, like many divisions together, form a district. We have the district director, distinguished Toastmaster Rania. Couple of divisions together form a region. So we come under Region 11. The director is distinguished Toastmaster Shabaz Ali Shah, and the international president, distinguished Toastmaster Matt Kinsey. Now for Matrix Toastmasters Club, this is how it works. We have the president, Toastmaster Norman. Where is Toastmaster? There, Toastmaster Norman. Then they come under Area 63, where the area director is Toastmaster Muhammad Al-Kindi. Then it comes under Division L, which is the director is distinguished Azhar Redra, and the top layer remains the same. So this is Dubai Toastmasters XCOM. We call ourselves the Visionary Rockstars, and throughout the meeting you'll see why. So that's me, your president. That's Nisha Gandhi, our VP Education. Then we have our VP membership, Toastmaster Yulia, who isn't here today, but is Nena here? No, she's not yet come as well. Then we have Toastmaster Misha, also known as Toastmaster Mikhailo, also known as Misha, our VP PR. We have Toastmaster Aki, our treasurer, whose birthday it is today, and hence he is not here. We have our secretary, Toastmaster Santosh, sitting over there, and the sergeant at arms, we also Toastmaster Salma. And for matrix, it is the immediate past president is Toastmaster Sheikh. Then you have Norman, the president, Harriet, the VP Education, who's done the groundwork and then gone for a holiday. We have Toastmaster Ravi, the vice president membership, Toastmaster Kushagra, the VP PR, Bosco, who is the secretary for matrix. He is the link between the joint meeting today between Toastmasters, Dubai Toastmasters and matrix. Rohini, our treasurer, who is over here, and Toastmaster Zainab, who is the sergeant at arms. About the Dubai Toastmasters Club, started in 1996. We've completed 26 years. It's the second club in UAE, the first club in Dubai. It's a mother club of Dubai and Northern Emirates, and we have a wealth of experience right from seniors to the juniors who just joined. And Matrix is a new club. It's a baby. It's about a year old, June 2021. They have a great mix of seniors, freshers, and different nationalities under their roof. Our learning mantra, we learn best in moments of enjoyment. We truly believe in this, and the following pictures will depict it. So this is how Dubai Toastmasters looks, fun and learning. And likewise with Matrix as well. So I will just call few guests to introduce themselves over here. You just tell us your name, your profession, what do we do, how did you come to know about this, and what are your expectations from the meeting. Can I have you? Hannah, yeah, come.
Do I stand?
Up to you. You can come here or you can stand there. Am I audible?
Yes.
So do I need the mic or?
No.
You're good.
Hello.
Okay.
Come,
Yeah.
Hannah.
Hi, so I'm Hannah. I own a children's brand called Pureborn. I started the business around 4 years ago here. We're now in 19 countries, and I still like what I do, which is nice. And how did I come to know about this meeting? Nisreen, who I consider as a life coach, and we've just recently got to know each other, and I'm taking some lessons from her on how to keep balance in life and things like this, like how to practice their public speaking. So that's why I'm here, and my expectation is just what I guess I'm brand new to this, so I think being thrown in the deep end, I now know that it's good to push your boundaries and trying to learn from a lot of people on how you best deal with the nerves and the fear that comes with public speaking.
Thank you, Hannah, and welcome to the Dubai Toastmasters Club. Nazia? It's up to you all. Guests, if you are comfortable at your place, you can stay there. If you want to come here, please come with
Hi,
me.
good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Oh, actually, I'm nervous and it's a good feeling. Okay, so I'm Nazia, and I'm a proud homemaker to start with. I've been a teacher in the past and now a food blogger because I was always passionate about food and cooking. Got that from my mom, I guess. So how did I come to know about this meeting? Through my husband. Actually, before that, we were a group of neighbors when I first moved into Dubai, and then one of our friends of my neighbor, she was an active member in Toastmasters, and I would often hear from her about it. And now my husband, I think he's attended 2 sessions, and then since he's traveling, he wanted me to be here. I think the theme for today was very interesting, that's why I'm here. What do I expect? Actually, nothing. Just come in with an open mind and want to learn. Thank you.
Welcome, Nazia. I'll just take another one guest in the interest of time here. I love that everybody is coming on the stage, and this normally the guests say, "Can I talk from my place?" Good.
Hello, hi, I'm audible.
Yes.
My name is Shubham Jain. I am from a small town from Haryana, India. I am qualified chartered accountant from India. After qualifying my chartered accountant, I started my own business like share market trading and consulting in small town in Haryana. But I got an opportunity like offer from Dubai to job. So I came here, then I saw like my communication skill is not good, and here like multiple culture people are there. So I think I have to improve my skills. So that's my expectation to come here and improve my skills. I also started my YouTube channel. So when I recorded my video, then I saw like I have to improve. I have to improve. So yes.
Thank you and welcome, Shubham. And you are in the right place. Please meet our VP membership. Now, in the interest of time, I will call the remaining guests towards the end of the session. But I'd like to acknowledge some dignitaries. Now, we in the White Toastmasters Club have a plethora of distinguished Toastmasters stalwarts who are all stuck in traffic today because of the GITEX that's happening. So let me start with our area director, Toastmaster Feroz Abdullah, our past president of the White Toastmasters Club, Toastmaster Adil, past president of the White Toastmasters Club, Toastmaster Sagar, past president of the White Toastmasters Club, Toastmaster Bosco, president of Emirates Toastmasters Club, Toastmaster Jem, past area director, Toastmaster Rohini. We welcome you all wholeheartedly to the White Toastmasters Club. And now moving on, let me introduce the Toastmaster of the day. Now, if I am DV Energy Alcasoas, you should see who she is. That raised to the power of 10. So who is she? She is somebody who's been a Toastmaster for the last 2 years, works as a medical imaging specialist, art enthusiast, loves theatre, music, movies, dancing, books, beaches. She just loves life. Okay, so without further ado, let me welcome our vibrant, beautiful, gorgeous Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Rashmi.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Devi. I don't think it would be necessary. You can hear me? Rajesh? I'm good. So I will mute it for some time. How are you all feeling today? How was your Monday? Was it
Good.
blue, green, or red?
Yellow.
Yellow. Okay.
Getting better.
Huh?
Getting better.
Getting better. I don't hear anything from this side. Was it black?
You got the answer.
Yeah, I think it was dark blue. Alright, forget about whatever happened during the day. This meeting is all about having fun. A special welcome to you all to the 717th episode of ShowTime or the White Toastmasters Club, and a special welcome to the members of Metrics Toastmasters. Is there a member from any other club other than Metrics? Not guest and member of any other club?
Yeah, I'm here from DJIS.
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 DJIS. What's your name?
Lini.
Lini.
Yeah.
Welcome to you too, Lini.
No, you told her.
Also from
And
Emarat.
James,
Emirates Club?
James from Emirates.
President of Emirates. Hi. Nice to meet you all. Would love to see your faces again and again. I am Rashmi. I'm your Toastmaster of the day. And our movie, our theme, I just gave us the answer. Do you know what the theme is?
No, we don't know.
So, when I was given this opportunity, I was thinking what should be the topic, and I was running through different topics, and finally I thought what would be a better topic than the biggest fascination for me. Ever since I was a child, I was fascinated about movies. I can give you a zillion reasons why I love movies, but I'd like to hear it from you. Do I have anyone in this room who doesn't love watching movies? Okay, so you all are at the right place. Otherwise, you'll have to just wait for the break. It is at 8:16. All right. So why do you watch movies? Everyone will have
Entertainment.
of course. We'll have different
Popcorn.
popcorn. Yeah, again you have to spend money for that. But still, yeah. Yeah, Nisrin.
I think with movies, I go to different forums.
Exactly, yeah. That is one of the greatest reasons why I watch movies too. Any other?
In college time, that was a different reason.
You can actually say we have some taboo topics, but other than that, it's all good. So why else? Do you like sci-fi movies or feel-good movies? Sci-fi. You are a sci-fi man.
It helps you get away from the reality, takes you in
Yeah.
a different world.
Yeah, true. That is one of the most fascinating aspects of movie. It just takes you to a completely different world. You can escape from reality. You can go and live another person's life altogether. You can go and have an emotional roller coaster of being happy, laughing out loud till you are drop dead, crying, cringing, feeling that adrenaline rush, seeing things in too many different perspectives, and which better way than to enter into a world of fantasy than a movie? We all have certain skill, certain level of imagination as a human being. But we all have our own limitations. But I believe movie is one of the ways through which you can explore other realms of imagination. I mean, imagine Avatar or a Star Trek. And what a better way to teach something, especially science, to the audience, to the world. I have never come across any better medium than movie to teach science to people or to influence a mass. That is the most powerful art form to influence a mass. It can make you go in the right way or the wrong way. So you have to be very careful, just like you're choosing your friends, choosing the books. You have to be very careful when you spend or invest your time on movie, whether it is getting away from reality or it is about just having some fun or about learning something new. So that is some of the many reasons why I love movies, but in the interest of time, we'll come to discuss it later. Now it is time for Word Master. Well, we always, in our every session in Toastmasters Club, this is for the benefit of guests, we have a session called Word Master, where our in-house Shashi Tharoor, are you from India? Yeah. You are from India, so I think you might be knowing this person. He is an international civil servant, he's an Indian politician, a great orator, a great writer. But the reason why I mention him now is not because of that. He is a man of word. He's a walking library, I mean, walking dictionary, I would say. He comes up with this random words which we have never heard in our life, and he uses those words to tweet. One of such words was floxinosinihilipilification. Any idea what it means? Medicine. Okay, that is a reasonable answer. You know, usually medicines are things which you can't even pronounce. Do you know? It means nothing. Nothing is the meaning. So much for mentioning, explaining nothing. So whatever, we have an in-house Shashi Tharoor today, who will introduce probably an easier word than floxinosin, blah, 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 blah. So let me introduce him to you. He is a member of Matrix Toastmasters. PM Toastmaster Rohan Dikuna. Hi. So when I asked him about his favorite movie, he said, "The Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara." So it's a Hindi word which means you will never get your life again.
True.
Yeah. Even if you are from other countries, you don't know Hindi, please do watch this movie with English subtitles, because it shows you about how little your life is and how to live every moment of it. Embrace your moments. Yeah, truly. So that is why he loves the movie. We love the movie too. So please do watch it. I'll in fact give you the list in the end so that you can go through it later. But now, to the Shashi Tharoor.
Thank you for the lovely introduction,
Rashmi.
Rashmi. Very good evening to you, all of you.
Good evening.
Yeah. Today I'm the word master, and the word master has to introduce new word to the club to enrich our vocabulary. So I have chosen one word. Can I have slide?
There's a small issue. You just repeat the word.
It is ebullient. Ebullient means ebullient. It means liveliness and enthusiasm. So synonymous for this word is cheerful, exuberant, and high-spirited and elated. So there is
okay if you have it on your phone. Continue.
Yeah,
Yeah.
uh, for sentence for the sentence, the Ebullient song was so uplifting that I danced on my chair. And we always felt ebullient after drinking our morning coffee. And we all gathered here in ebullient mood. So I request all of you use this word as much as possible, and also speakers and role players, please frequently use this word. So, and when using this use this word, everyone upload them with. So, over to you.
Thank you, Rohan. You know, I was perfectly relaxed till now. It's going to be a chilled evening. The theme is anyways entertainment. Until I saw one face sitting in the almost in the back row. Is a past international president, distinguished Toastmaster, Colonel Muhammad Manal. Thank you, DJ Emarat, for coming. So anyways, please try to use the word ebullient as much as possible. I used it. That doesn't count. You have to use it in the right context. Now moving on, our next session is about project speeches. So project speeches are where speakers come with their prepared speeches. In Toastmasters, once you enroll as a member, you have certain pathways where you can master your own goals. Maybe presentation, maybe leadership. So in each of these pathways, you have several levels, and you prepare for each level with a speech on the topic of your choice. So now we are entering into the prepared speeches session. So before that, I'll just form a quick team of two. I'll form a quick two teams. Since we are seated as 3 columns, I will use numbering system. Yeah. So Nisha.
1.
Bosco. 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah?
1,
2, 1.
2, 1.
1.
Please remember your numbers. 1. 2.
Just tell her, okay.
1. 2.
2. Yeah.
1. 2.
2. People coming from choice.
2.
We need a stadium.
2.
1 and 2. See, all the numbers 1 form a team and numbers 2 form another team. So you will have to remember that accordingly, because here we are going to have a game. It's a very simple game, Damsharats. You all know the game. Yeah? So one member from each team will come forward. They'll get a movie name. They'll enact it. They will not open their mouth, no sounds allowed, no speech allowed. So they will enact it, and the right group has to predict. So before you predict the name, you have to say the team name as well. Otherwise, you will lose the point. And at the same time, both the members will be enacting in front of the stage. So you can actually watch either of them. So you have to form a code where only your members will come to know what you're speaking about. So you will get some time to prepare for that. Before that, I think we'll move into the speech session and slowly start playing games. So our first speaker number 1, is Toastmaster Santosh. Before I introduce Santosh, I'd like to call upon his evaluator, Toastmaster Mirza, to read on the speech objectives. You can come.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
The purpose of the speakers of the speech is to use the body language and the humorous, and the purpose of the speaker is to use the body language and vocabulary And all the best, Santosh.
So, TL Santosh, when I asked him about his favorite movie, he recommended 12 Angry Men. Have you watched it?
No.
Okay, I have not watched it, but I have gone through the plot on Wikipedia. So it says it's an American courtroom drama. It is about a jury of a homicide trial. So all the jury members are at the first glance, they are all convinced that the acquitted is guilty. But then later on, one man dissents, declaring him not guilty. Thus, he sows a seed of doubt among the other 11 jury members. And this movie is about how he manages to convince each and every one of them. So the float sounds very interesting. I'll definitely watch it. Over to you, Toastmaster Santosh. All the very best.
Thank you, dear Rashmi. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. Santosh, get up, baby. Oh, no, Mama. I need to sleep further. I'm having a headache. No, get up. It's time for breakfast. I'll give you some medicine for your headache. Oh, I have to get up now. Okay. Oh, hi. I'm Santosh Nair. I'm 5 years old and I'm studying kindergartens in a Baptist school in Dubai. That's my mama Vidya, who just made some breakfast for me, and I'm going to have that lovely breakfast. Let me see what's the breakfast and I'll get back to you. Mama, I'm ready. Can I have the breakfast, Mama? I'm at the dining table now. Hold on, Santosh. Wait for your father to come. Okay. Daddy, where are you? By the way, my dad's name is Ravi. Probably he's sleeping. Last night he was late. Daddy, oh, come on, Daddy. Wow, breakfast pancake. I love pancakes. Daddy, please. Oh, there's my daddy. Santosh, how are you doing, son? Papa, I'm good. Okay, so breakfast ready. Let's have it. Mama, come on. Daddy has come. Let's have the breakfast together. Very nice. So good. So this is my small family. My mama, dad, and a lovely breakfast. Let me enjoy it. By the time they're having some conversation. Ravi, what happened yesterday? Where were you? Oh, Vidya, you know that I'm so busy, parties, meetings. Come on, every day this becomes a habit, You have to be sensible and be practical because the kid is growing, You have to be with the kid. I understand, Vidya, but you have to understand that how much busy I'm taking care of all your needs. Come on, what are you taking care of needs? You never take care of us. You don't treat us as a priority. You're focusing on your things. We're also important. I understand, but not now. Please, enough is enough. Daddy, Mama, please control yourself. I'm not able to focus on my breakfast. Let me have a breakfast. I'm sure you all heard of child trauma. At least one kid out of 7 suffers with child trauma. It's just because of the parents fighting, the arguments they're having. It creates imbalance in their mental health. And today, I'm a classical example of what's really going on. Do they understand what's really happening in me? No, they don't realize it. I wish I could solve their problems. I wish I could be the counselor to resolve their problems. Let me see what's really happening here. I'm very worried of the outcome of this. My mama gets her and she runs to the kitchen. Mama, what happened? I don't know what's happening here. I don't want to leave here. Santosh, you go away. You make a choice. Do you want to leave with your father or do you want to leave with me? Choice? I'm still a kid. How can I make a choice now? Mama gets to the kitchen. Mom, what are you doing? I'm making poison drink. Go away. Poison drink. Daddy. Mama's making some poison drink. Come on. Vidya, what happened? What are you doing this? Don't do that. Oh, Santosh, let me take Mama to the hospital. I don't know what's happening. I'm really worried. I don't know what's happening to my mama. I don't want to leave here. Let me go to the kitchen. What's this? Let me have a little. What's this? It's so yummy. Let me have further. It's nice. It looks like a lemonade. Really lemonade? It's lemonade. Is my mama faking? What's happening? I'm not able to understand. I think it's lemonade. I need to have a discussion with my mama. After a while, my mama and my dad comes together. Oh, mama, are you okay? I'm okay, Santosh, don't worry. Daddy, don't worry, Santosh, everything is okay. Mama, I want to ask you one thing. I understand the situation what happened, but why this lemonade thing? You said it's a poison drink. Well, Santosh, I saw your father's is getting reactive and not taking care of us very well. And with the help of doctor, I could only find a solution to take care of everyone. And I realized that you're under stress, you're not focusing on your education, and your school chair called up, and somebody had given me this idea to manage the problem very well. Oh, we are like a one unit. And after this all, we became one unit, one family, always having nice food, enjoying. So, ladies and gentlemen, the message is, today is World Mental Day. So, while we take care of our well-being, it's important and imperative that we as a parent take care of our kids' day. Create an environment of a culture of where there's a love, joy, and what's that word? Sorry, it was ebullient. Right, thank you very much.
Thank you, Santosh. That was a bit intensive. Unexpected. I'm happy for you that you're happy. Now, let's have some fun, yeah? So forget the team that I made earlier. I don't think, considering the logistics of the area, it's better to divide it. I'll cut you in half, okay? You belong to this team, and you all belong to the other team. And quickly, you can come up with a name for your team. You just want plain one and
Rockstars.
two, or?
We are the rock stars this time.
Rock stars. Okay, rock stars and ebullience.
Superstars.
Please confirm there is a clash between president and VP education.
No, superstars and rock stars.
Okay,
Super
so
rock stars.
Super rock stars. Oh my, too tough. I'll make it rock stars.
We can only rock stars and superstars only provided their enemy.
It's going to be a great fun, I believe, because we all are competitive when it comes to getting points. Yeah, so winning team will get 1 point. You can nominate the member from each team who will come first. So before nominating, I'll explain the rules. I'll give a movie name to both the members. They will enact. The member from Rockstars will stand here, and the member from Team Evaluators will stand here, and they will enact. You can, in fact, you are free to look whomever you want. Yeah. But before that, if you want to have a quick discussion of 30 seconds to finalize on your non-verbal communications, because you are not allowed to talk. I'm sure most of you must have played this game already. You are not allowed to talk. You can enact. You can ask questions. Yeah? And whichever teams comes up with the name first in 30 seconds will win. Yeah? That is the game. So I'll give you a quick 30 seconds, and before that, I would need the timer's support for this one.
You'll be giving us the rules, right?
What about wrong answer?
That's why I said
Wrong
no, you run now.
Until you get the right answer, we'll continue the game, but the time limit is 30 seconds.
Just tell
Within 30 seconds, if you don't come up with the name, we pass on to the next one. Yeah, that's it. Language, I'll be only giving English movies, considering that we all are coming from different nations, so I'm sure most of you must have watched English movies. Maybe not as much as your traditional language movies. But Srijit, I want you to count till 30 and give me a heads up. Yeah, once it is 30 seconds, we'll switch. So who is coming from which team?
Rajesh is coming from the Rockstars.
Okay. And who is coming from the
President. From our Rajesh, I said. Achha, he's also an artist from here.
And no, this part belongs to...
that. This all is one. And
That's why when I was coming.
She said because of the logistics, it's not possible.
You're in our team. Why is it in there?
Listen. We all are one team. Yeah. Rockstars, look this side.
My wife is there. Easy.
Alright, easy. Before that, give me 30 seconds. You can, if you want to discuss something about the rules, you can quickly have a
This is
discussion.
English. Is it Hindi or
It's only Hindi, right?
Only English.
Only English.
Only English. Quickly
Oh my
discuss
God.
if there is anything to be...
Can we Google?
communicated.
Can we use Google? Hello, no. Everything now. Guess why you're in the other team? You're a note. You're teamless.
So it's how many words first?
Yeah.
I don't think you should say how many letters. I think that's
English, we don't know any movies.
Yeah, we know what
Starting first.
and we cut it and then it sounds like.
Sounds good. It is sounds good. Sounds good.
How to enact?
No, we can also speak about the character. No, no. Let's
Yeah,
say we
yeah.
are addressing a character.
You will find out.
Sounds
That's the whole point. You will find out whether I can do it or not.
Otherwise, you'll not get samosas.
All right, guys, the
Rockstars, please be alert.
Rajesh, you are coming from Rockstars, okay?
Should I come?
You better act well, Rajesh. Isn't this supposed to be very good? So they have to guess. Oh, we only have to guess. Okay.
Lini from Hi, Lini. So I'll give you both the same names.
English. Only English.
Answers from both are not accepted.
Bosco is there.
Bosco is your partner. Translate in English.
This is your movie, okay? And your time starts now. Let me know when it is 30 seconds. Yeah?
3 words. Okay.
3 words.
Horse. Cowboy. Fighting. Fighting. Kung fu. Kung fu fighting. Yay! Kung fu panda. Both presidents.
You can look either ways. Yeah, so they won.
You said first.
He said the name first.
Oh my God.
He said Kung Fu Panda.
When he said it? No, you said the second word. No, you said it's a Kung Fu fighting. Whatever. Kung Fu, what was it? Kung Fu Panda.
So that's it. Just what? Just
Why can't you have Hindi movies translated in English?
Alright, so it's time for our next speaker to come up on
Somebody
stage.
concentrate that side.
Yeah, that's what you have to look around. You can get
Oh,
a
I
clue
didn't-
from anywhere.
yeah, we were only
To
focusing on
communicate.
others.
If there is any secret codes, you can communicate before that, so that only this team will understand what this team member shows. Anyways, moving on to the next speech session. The next speech is from Matrix Toastmaster Norman Nicholas. Before I invite Toastmaster Norman onto the stage, I would like to request his evaluator, CM Bob. We call him Bob. His name is Robert Stallone, to read out the objectives.
You want the
Good evening, Toastmasters. Good evening, guests. I hope I'm audible at the back of the room
Good
there.
evening.
It is my honour and privilege to be able to evaluate the ebullient Toastmaster Norman Nicholas. He's taking the engaging humour pathway, and this is the first speech of the 3rd level. The task is to write and then deliver a speech which will inspire the audience, and I trust that he will do this. So, Toastmaster Norman Nicholas, deliver us from Google, Toastmaster Norman Nicholas.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bob. Hi, Norman.
Hi.
All the very best. So before he starts his speech, I asked him about this thing, his favorite movie, and he suggested The Green Mile. Have you watched it?
Yes.
Yeah. I have not watched it because of one thing, because it will definitely make me cry. So sometimes I do try to avoid movies that, because I will definitely be hopeless while I watch such movies. So Green Mile, it's definitely a movie that should be in your bucket list, because it's a very well acclaimed movie. It's a fantasy drama wherein a death row prison guard during the time of Great Depression. Tom Hanks is actually the hero of the movie. He's a death row prison guard. And during his period, a convict arrives in the jail, and he becomes interesting due to his enigmatic personality. And slowly, this prison guard comes to understand that this guy has some supernatural healing powers. And that is the plot which the movie follows. I'm not here to say the entire story and spoil it for you, but please do have it in your bucket list and watch it. Over to you, Norman. Come on, you can share us a bit more energy.
Memento mori, everybody. Memento mori. This is a greeting. Let's skip the good evening. Let's skip everything else and just look at each other and say memento mori.
Memento mori.
Not at me, at each other.
Memento mori.
Can we do this one last time? Let's look at each other and say memento mori.
Memento mori.
The first thing that rises up in your mind is, what does it mean? Simple. It means you will die soon. Not so ebullient, right? Our time does come one day. When I leave this world, how do I want to be looked at? What do I want people to think of me? Was Norman a reliable person? Was Devi a reliable person? These days, every single thing that we do needs validation. Jackie Chan just died. I don't know if you guys know this.
What?
You see, you're going
You
to go to
joking?
Google and you're going to search it. We have always requested, lived, begged, and died for validation in our lives. But we fail to ask me, did he really die? Of course, no. I would have given him the answer. Memento mori. We will leave someday. And what we take with us will be nothing more than our credibility. Our ability to speak the truth. Our ability to tell people that stop relying on outside sources. To become the official search engine for the iPhone, Google paid Apple $10 billion. You see, the essence of that is not in the amount the transaction was for, but for the value that Google generated to people. Information is readily available at your fingertips. But then again comes the biggest problem, credibility. I have a back pain. I'm Googling back pain. Might be cancer. Is that something that you want to expect from Google? No, I have a back pain. I'll just take some balm and probably rub on my back and I'll be okay the next day. Your credibility matters a lot, and you can only do that all by yourself. There was once a young boy. He was driving with his father on a highway in America. And when he was driving with his father, he saw a hangar, or rather a smaller plane, just flying above the sky. And there was black smoke coming out of this airplane. He looks at his father and he says, "Dad, something is off. Can we check this plane?" So the father sees that there is something wrong, and he starts driving to keep pace with the plane. But it was too late. When they were almost reaching this place, they heard a loud bang. The boy was very devastated. He said, "Dad, I hope everything is okay." He's like, "Don't worry, son. We're going to go there and we're going to check that everything is okay." And the father said, "Yes, he will be okay." He said, "No, Dad, I don't think he's okay." He's like, "Trust me, I've seen this happen all the time." Credibility, it goes down. But the boy does not want to give up on his credibility. He said, "No, Dad, I think something is up." So they drive there and they see this man. It was too late. Half of his body was just hanging outside the debris. And then he says, "I'm sorry, son, you were right." But this changing moment where the boy loses credibility actually changes his entire life. He realized that his dream was to always be something in the aviation dream. He wanted to be someone big in the aviation field. And then he said, "Dad, this person died." "Yes, of course this person died. What do I do?" He said, "Dad, from now on, I want you to start giving me positive hopes. I want you to start being as credible as to me. Look at me as if I am a man." We can start accepting reality that way. Somewhere in the 1960s, this boy started preparing. And in the year 1970, Neil Armstrong became the first man to reach the moon. And with that, he said his greatest statement, which is,
Just one step for the mankind.
and the rest of what we're all mankind. Start accepting that you are a reliable person. Start sharing very reliable information, and you will definitely see everything through. Coronavirus took away a lot of our freedoms with this. And the last 2 years were actually very dangerous periods because we kept ourselves, we imprisoned ourselves, and we said, I'm going to refer, I'm going to ask, I'm going to take validations, I'm going to verify information with others. Well, you don't have to do that all the time. Yes, to get a few stats right, you might have to, but sometimes consult with the humans next to you. Consult with people that might know about the topic. And with this, you will gain deliverance from Google. Throwing away your masks is such a good feeling, isn't it? Isn't it? Yes. But throwing that away should also mean to you that you are free now. It's a chance to be born again. It's a chance to come out of your comfort zone and start claiming life as it is before it is too late. And everybody remember, memento mori. Over to you, Toastmaster.
I wish memento no mori. But that's the truth, unfortunately. Great job, Toastmaster Norman. I missed an important point earlier also. I would remind you to have a quick 30 seconds for feedback. You can give your feedback to either as a written note to the speaker or you can WhatsApp me. Either way. To both the speakers, to Toastmaster Santosh for his speech and Toastmaster Norman. Guests can also give their feedback, what you found interesting about the speech, what could be improved, whatever you feel like telling.
Not on the group.
Just send only the feedback on WhatsApp, okay? Just of the messages can... No, since if that avoids a lot of running around, that's why I said WhatsApp. Don't put it in the group, please. If it's all good, then it's okay. Yeah. All right, time's up. You can continue giving the feedback later as well. So I think we have time for another quick game.
Yes.
So now you know the secrets, yeah? You ready? Yes. Who's coming from Rockstars?
I'm not good at moving.
Oh my. Come on, just try. It's okay. It's just about 30 seconds.
Norman?
I'm
available.
No, that's it.
Norman, what about Norman?
Okay,
Norman. Yeah, it's English movies.
Norman?
Yeah. Memo Mori, what is it? Memento Mori. Memento Mori. Barbara.
Yes. Members from other clubs also can feel free and come forward. Give a big hand. This hand is not good enough. Sujit, are you ready with your time?
Thought. Sure.
How many points? We got it. We got it.
Give one more. Yeah, I'll give it. Avengers Endgame's right answer. Okay. So now it's 1 and 1.
What's the prize?
Saleh.
That will come in the end.
Saleh. I sent him a message.
Who's coming next? And I'll let it just came, started.
And then it was over.
But they should both do together.
Yeah, so there should be another member from your team.
DVU.
Amina, come. Yeah. Because I would like to, other than the role players also to come forward. So you just time starts.
One word. So dance, happy.
Joker. Yeah.
Joker. Oh, okay.
1. Woo! All right. So play this another round after the next speech. So the next speaker is the Shah Rukh Khan of Dubai Toastmasters Club. We call him Shah Rukh Khan. Do you know the reason, Sagar? Yeah, that's one of the reasons, of course. You'll come to know when he does his speech. So
That's true.
He's our past president as well, past president of Dubai Toastmasters Club. Please wait, let me have your object is read. So before I welcome Toastmaster Sagar, I would like to request Toastmaster Adil Kadri to read out the objective. Yeah.
Okay, the purpose of this speech is, the purpose of this project is to begin developing and collection of numerous stories and to present a speech that includes humor.
So when I asked Sagar about his favorite movies, he said Three Idiots. Have you seen the movie? It is actually a very famous movie, though it is made in regional language. It has been remade into many other foreign languages as well. It has bagged many acclaimed awards as well. So it is, the plot follows the story of three students studying in a very reputed, prestigious engineering college in India. And it shows how the social pressures comes into play and acts as a hindrance to their life choices and how they deal with it. So that's about the story. It is quite a funny movie. You can watch it with your friends. Actually, I would recommend if you watch it with friends, the more the merrier, to have a good lunch and sit over and watch it overnight. It's definitely a must-watch film. It's a total entertainer. You have great background score, great songs. You can dance when the songs come up, and it's a great movie as well. So the reason why Sagar loves it is that it teaches us that whatever situation comes in your life, always don't panic. Tell your heart, all is well. All is well. In fact, have you tried it? After seeing the movie, it's based on a book. So after seeing that movie, I have consciously tried this method. Whenever a panic situation comes, you just talk to your mind. Maybe the situation is actually something which is very difficult to handle, but still talk to your mind. Try this. I would recommend you to try this. Talk to your mind and say, whatever it is, I can handle it. I will handle it. There is nothing to worry about. Whatever comes, I'm strong enough to face it. All is well. And you could see the change, what happens. So definitely a must-watch movie. Over to you, Toastmaster Santosh.
Hello, good evening. Yes, ma'am. I am in Toastmasters meeting. Okay, Kathy wants to speak? Okay. Hi, Kathy. Love you. You know, I love her so much. She never fights with me and she never argues with me. She always follows whatever I say without even asking a single question. Whenever I reach home, she always gives me a tight hug and a lot of love. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, beautiful girls, and their old brothers. When I was in 10th standard, I always feel sad and lonely. Whereas all my friends were very happy and passionate about achieving goals in their life. I was also desperate to achieve my goal, but my only goal was to have a beautiful girlfriend. I think you are also feeling the same. So one day, one girl took admission in our school. She was tall, she was fair, she had curly hairs like Nisreen. One day, what I saw, she was sitting alone. So I went to her. I said, let's say hi to her. So what happened? I saw she was crying. So now you tell me as a human being, what you will feel? You will feel happy or sad? Of course you will feel sad, you will rush to her and help her. But in my case, it was the opposite. I was extremely happy. And I was saying, thank you God giving me such a golden opportunity to help her and impress her. Without wasting a single second, I went to her, I gave her flowers made up of paper, made by me. we became friends. I do funny activities in front of her just to make her happy, and she was happy and impressed by me. So I was going on a right platform. So one day I thought, let's propose her. And I was confident she's going to be my new first girlfriend. So I was sitting, Kathy, I think I fall in love with you. Will you be my girl? So same time, one voice interrupted. Excuse me, brother. So I saw, yes, there were 7 to 8 boys. So I scared. I thought maybe they are her brothers. So, then Kathy, Sagar, you know, I forget to tell you one thing. He's my boyfriend. And I was like, what the? My heart broken into 1,000 pieces. Finally, I decided I will do suicide. I bought the rope, tied to the fan, and write not a proposal letter, the last, what you say?
Suicide.
Suicide letter. Same time the bell rings. I saw one lady and daughter was standing in front of my house. So they said, we are your new tenants. So I said, okay. Then when her daughter was going back, she smiled at me. Then I thought, God is giving me a sign. I know you all believe in God, so I also believe in God. I believe in God's sign. We started eating together. We started playing together. So one day what I saw, some boys were teasing her. So I went to her. I thought, maybe this is the right time to fight with these boys and make her impressed. So I ran there. I fight it. And then at last she said, see, my brother came here to help me. So I said, my God. Again my heart broken into 1,000 pieces. So what happened then? Now I finally decide again. What I finally decide? Finally I will do again suicide. And this is final now. Don't worry, I will suicide. So what I did? Again, I was tying up to the rope. Then I saw one flyer besides that. And it's that flyer, it was written, there is one Bengali Baba who can solve all your problems, 100%. I said, again, God is giving me hints. So I went to this Bengali Baba. He said, Sagar, give this medicine, don't see, huh? Give this medicine to those people whom you want to love. And I'm surely saying, when you mix in their liquid, they will love you forever. So I thought, now I'm confused. Whom to give now? So I decided I will give to the most beautiful girl of my college. I went to her house and she brought me Pepsi. I secretly mixed that liquid in her Pepsi. All of a sudden, her parents came back. By mistake, her mom drinks and gives little to her doggy. So I was scared and I ran away. And I went to her house so many times just to see everything was okay. So whenever I go, her doggy comes to me and hugs me and gives all the kisses. After a few months, I saw Piyu was very sad. I asked what happened. She said, Sagar, my mom is pregnant and everyone is making fun of me. At this stage, she is pregnant. So I said, I was feeling very sad. I confessed that I mixed the liquid 9 months back. She was so angry. She told her parents, everyone. Her parents gave me a punishment by giving her daughter as my wife. Now I am happy. Everything is okay. We are living happily. There is no issue. Thanks to our, it's really working. Thanks to our Bengali Baba Bosco. Thank you so much. And she is my cute child. I will take my medicine back.
No, keep it. Can I just see what it is?
That is for me.
So you know whom to contact, just in case. What is that? Horlicks? Honey. All right. Give him a big round of applause. Now I'd love to request all of you to take a 30 seconds to give him feedback, either written or through WhatsApp. Personal message, not a message in the group.
And let them vote for the best speaker.
Yeah, so we'll be posting it.
Minty. Time of the code.
Yeah.
Minty
Let
meter.
me give the feedback.
Timers report. In the meantime, ask the timers report.
Timers report.
So in the meantime, I would like to invite Zayed for the timers report.
Okay, my name is Srijit, I'm the timer today. Saleh for the call to order just to 2:43.
Only the speakers.
Okay, only the speakers.
Only the project, only speakers. Okay, fine.
Otherwise, I'll have to go out, exit the meeting right now.
Santosh Nair, the speaker, 5 minutes 30 seconds within the limit. TM Norman Nicholas, 5 minutes 43 seconds, also within the minutes. TM Sagar Kurana, 6 minutes 23. That's also within minutes.
All of them. All are qualified. All are qualified.
All are qualified for voting. So please visit menti.com. That is the code that you have to enter. Only members of the Toastmasters Club can vote this time. Yes, we'll definitely get an opportunity to vote in
Once
the
they become
next
members.
round. Yeah. But please do give your feedback to the speaker. So in the meanwhile, as the voting continues, let's have a quick break to the Michelin star restaurant stuff that our Sergeant Chance Toastmaster Saleh has arranged. So it will be a 10 minutes break. If we can cut short and come early, we can play a bit more games. Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. So please, if you have not done voting, you can do it as well. And please don't forget to give the feedback. Thank you. Break time.
She's also asking
Ting, ting,
why.
ting, ting, ting.
No. Okay, would have some music to play. No, put something. Hindi music. I don't know.
That's Jayashree's.
Let me get this correct. You're wearing a blazer the last time. I came for a meeting.
I was going to ask my husband before coming over. All lipstick is gone.
No, I just lost one of my exit and it became like 25.
There you park. Okay. Hey, hello, hi, you're here. No, it is good to meet you.
Around 8.
So what did you see?
How are you? I saw the last speech.
Only the last speech.
And something was going on when I came. Some game or
So you should walk now.
I used to live there.
Okay, she's already.
Hi, how are you?
Nice to meet you.
You were Muslim?
Just saying, got interest. I just followed on This is my second time. Yeah? I saw you my first time last week. You were doing the sales. You did the sales. What's your name again? Richie. Yeah. You're leaving now? Yeah, I'm gonna leave now.
You're not sure? I scared.
And by the way, what
So I said I was
now you're used to it.
And then in courts. That's why I'm asking. Then you can say I was expecting some good. Oh, yeah, good. So childhood, no, should I use a momentum or should I use? It's new, nice new word. Yeah, nice new word. I mean, the childhood trauma because today's a word using it. So I can just speak some good about the meeting. It will be like a general evaluation. No. Just make this is all. This is good. Yeah. This is vocabulary.
Let's have some samosas.
Yeah.
also begin, then directly move on to the sessions. To make sure that we are done on time now. Oh, okay. So break is already over.
Yeah, that's what, 10 minutes. Apparently it's raining a lot. Apparently it's raining a lot.
In India?
No, in France. Husband is saying should we postpone? I'm like, how do we postpone? Last month. नहीं रिकॉर्ड फोन कर रहा था आई डोंट नो करण और शर्मा अच्छा क्या करना है सोचती क्या नो नो आई एम नॉट
He is busy with his food. Come on, guys, grow up.
I just came yesterday.
Like I have seen you perform once before. Yeah, until yeah.
I think
No, the confidence of the feeling. It's not new. You're not like bothered by everything.
Okay, start. Should be whoever is it. Yeah. Close it.
All right, I would request all Toastmasters members outside the room to get inside as quickly as possible. How was the chai? How was the coffee? How was the snacks?
Excellent.
It is good? Give a loud round of applause for the gentleman here. Toastmaster Zayed. You're always coming up with delicious samosas, vada pavs, and I saw one box there. It's yet to be opened. I'm assuming that's a cake. Okay. He doesn't know. I'm assuming it's a cake, and I hope we can cut it by the end of the session. All right. In the interest of time, let's move on to the next session, which is
Evaluation.
table topics. This is the real fun, and we have a fun guy who always excels in his own humorous speech contest, usually. A Toastmaster, past president of Dubai Toastmasters Club, member of multiple Toastmasters Club, a mentor to many of us. Toastmaster Bosco Mascarenas. So when I asked Bosco about his movie choice, I was thinking, what kind of a movie enthusiast am I? Because I have not watched half of this film. What was I doing my entire life? So anyways, I'll quickly read it out in the interest of time. One of my favorite movies is The Great Dictator by the comic genius Charlie Chaplin. It was released in 1940, I think right when he was born. Oh, even 10 years, okay. A political satire, which has outstanding humor, of course, and a great message at the end. All right, do add it to your bucket list, The Great Dictator. Now over to you, Bosco.
Thank you.
You just had coffee and tea, come on, show a bit more energy.
Good evening, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters, and guests.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Today I am your table topic master, and in this session we are going to practice impromptu speaking skills. Toastmaster members and guests will get an opportunity to come to stage and speak. I will call upon a person, give a topic, and the person can speak for 2 minutes. And the timing rules are as follows. At 1 minute, you will see the green light over here. At 1.5 minutes, you will see the amber. And at 2 minutes, you will see the red. After that, you have 30 seconds to wrap up your speech. And to qualify for the best table topic speaker OT, you will have to speak for more than 1 minute and less than 2.5 minutes. Now, are we ready?
Yes. Yes.
So it's a very interesting topic today, movies. Of course, my fascination also is movies. And I remember when I was a kid and 36th Chamber of Shaolin was a huge movie at that time. It became popular and running houseful. And I went to my dad and I said, Dad, I want to see this movie. And he said, we have enough fights in the house, so why do you want to pay money and go to a theater? Okay, so that was when my fascination for movie actually started. I was getting more and more interested, and I became a movie fan. So that brings us to the first topic for today. And for this topic, I would like to call upon our past international president, distinguished Toastmaster, Colonel Murad. And your topic is an incident in your life that could very well be straight out of a movie. Any incident in your life that could be very well straight out of a movie. Over to you.
Thank you, Table Topic Master, fellow Toastmasters, and guests. I guess I'm old enough to have several moments in my life that could be interpreted into a movie. But one that comes to my mind is the time that I decided to join the police. Because while I was studying in the university, Al Ain University at that time, the only university in Dubai at that time, I heard that there is a cadet cohort. And without any hesitation, I decided to pull out from the university and join the police. And oh, my whole life changed from the time I joined the Dubai police. And the best thing for the movie is to capture how a civilian turns into a military man, where you change your discipline outlook, where you look at things in a totally different aspect, and where you become a better person. Now, whether you believe that a policeman is a good person or not, I think it is, and the movie will prove it. Back to you.
When the Toastmaster of the day started the meeting, she made sure that all of you are movie fans. Okay, so I'm also going with that. And I'm going to call the second person, Toastmaster Prabhakar, over to the stage. Your topic is, if there was a movie that you don't mind watching again and again and again, what would that movie be? You can talk about that movie.
Hi, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I suddenly got into it. I was not expecting my name, actually. The topic, the movie which I will really like to watch again and again will be Castaway. It's the movie about how a person remains isolated due to circumstances and how he fights his inner fears, being now a mental health week which is going on. So how he remains isolated with all the environment and even with all the people socially, as well as with the basic necessity, how he grows himself into a person who can sustain single person in a single island. So that is one of the movie that really inspires me. Other movie Indian, as Sagar was talking about, Three Idiots. That's also a very good movie that shows us our how we can deal with the situations and how we can overcome that things. Thank you.
He said he was nervous, but he spoke for more than 1 minute.
Yes.
So,
And
give
spoke
him a
well.
big round of applause. For my third topic, I would like to call a guest. That would be our guest, Hannah. Thank you. So, your topic is, have you ever felt, I wish I was a movie star? You can talk about it for 2 minutes.
Okay. Personally, I never wished to be a movie star. It would be one of my biggest fears in life. It's nice to be able to talk about myself in this small room, but if I was on a big screen and I had to walk down the street every day and see people and be recognised, I would really hate that. One of the things that I think is amazing about being a movie star is the fact that you get that recognition, you're able to inspire people. But I think if each of us can do it in a small circle as well, we can make a big impact. And I think something about these sessions with Toastmaster help you to do that, to engage with people. My fear wouldn't be necessarily, I think I could practice and become a good actress, but it would be more, I want to live a normal life. I like going home, spending time with my family and my son, and kind of switching off to my day-to-day routine. And I think that they don't really get the opportunity to do that. So definitely no, I don't want to be a movie star. Please don't cast me in any of your movies. It's not my wish. But I would like to think that I would, by doing this, be able to at least get the opportunity and say yes to something one day, but not full time.
She can be a movie star. This was like an acceptance speech. So,
rejection speech.
okay, now I'm going to call Toastmaster Feroz. Toastmaster Feroz, you are a movie director, and you are going to cast your hero and heroine. And this is the audience who are waiting for your selection. Okay? So you are to select your hero and your heroine from this group, and you're going to say why you selected them.
Nice question.
A very simple task. I think you don't want me to come back to my Toastmasters topic, you know. So I'm a movie director here. I'm going to cast one ebullient actor and actress from the crowd. So this movie is all about friendship, all about happiness. This movie will play your whole life, from your childhood to your the college life, then your work, to the marriage, and so forth. So show me your hands. So whom you wish, you think is qualified for this movie.
Rashmi.
No one is interested, I guess. But I'm sure inside your mind, everyone will be interested. So for the interest of time, I don't have much time left to cast the people. I will choose the today's TMOD as the lead. I will choose
from this side, I mean from the men's side, Toastmaster Adil Khatri. When I observe people, these two guys are most ebullient which I have seen. I'm not saying others are not, but full of life, full of energy. You know, I have interacted with Toastmaster Adil for a long time. I haven't interacted with Madam much, but I've seen you on stage with a speech in the last meeting and now as a TMOD. I'm very quite impressed with your personality and the way you present, the way you handle the stage. And I think they will do a better job. All the best to you. Thank you.
So that was our casting director. And I am going to call, I have just time for one more person. And I would like to invite a volunteer. Who would like to talk?
Somebody volunteer.
Nafisat. Okay, Nafisat is here. Nafisat, the topic for you is your life is going to be a movie. Okay, I am going to give you two titles. You can choose one of them and say why that is going to be your life story and that is your movie title. Okay, the first title is Life is Beautiful. Okay. The second title is Mission Impossible. Okay, you can choose one of them and say why you are choosing that title for your movie.
Thank you very much. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. Sorry, not a Toastmaster yet, but I'm so used to listening to the statement. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Good evening. I would choose Life is Beautiful, and the main reason for that is as an emerging adult, I'm 23 right now. So navigating through the struggles of life, understanding what life is, what it means, what my gift in this world is, what my purpose here is, it's been a roller coaster, an emotional roller coaster, as well as it's been a beautiful journey of self-discovery, and I'm still on one. And I think one of the biggest lessons that I learned over time is the fact that life is indeed beautiful. It is a wonderful journey. You know, I used to believe that it's all about goals, it's all about pursuits, it's all about the aim we have in life. I always thought it was all about the destination. But little did I know and little did I realize that it's all about the journey. Each and every moment of our life has something huge to talk to us about. There are so many gifts in each and every moment of our lives. And this is a realization that I've been taking over the past few months, to be honest. In the past 2 months, I have been exploring around 11 Toastmasters Club. I think this is my 12th Toastmaster Club in the past 2 months. And again, that itself is such a wonderful journey, meeting new people. I think it opens up an entirely new universe in front of us. Meeting new people, and just look at the diversity here. I think that's beautiful. Just yesterday, there was a discussion where one of the speakers said, Dubai is a city of diversity. And it is with Toastmasters that, to be honest, I really experienced it and understood it. And I think the beauty of life really lies in exploring this diversity, in understanding the beauty, the little subtle beauties of life. That could be in an interaction you have with someone, that could be in observing a beautiful flower, that could be in just wishing good morning to the neighbors in the street as you walk to your work every day. So indeed, life is beautiful, and I think that's about it. Yeah, thank you very much.
That brings us to the end of the session. And timer, can we have the timer?
Yeah, all are qualified.
Can you give the time for each?
Yeah.
Can you give the name and the time?
Emarat, 148. Prabhakar, 1 minute 30 seconds. Anna, 1 minute 10 seconds. Firoz, 2 minutes 8 seconds. Nafisa, 2 minutes 10 seconds.
Thank you so much.
Everybody is below 230.
Now, let's all give a huge round of applause for all the people who took part.
Voting.
Running the polls, no?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, back to our ebullient Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Rashmi.
Thank you, Bhaskar.
What is it showing?
I really doubt our guests are guests. I think they are
Sorry?
members of some secret Toastmasters
Still
club.
showing the best.
They're here for an inspection.
Still showing the best.
Such eloquence. So give them a round of applause. Good job. So I'll quickly move on to the next session in the interest of time. Before that, I'd like to bring attention to the choice that our timer had made regarding his favorite movie, which is Devasuram. It's a Malayalam movie. We all come from the same place. He also, that's why he applauds. This movie is an emotion for us. It's more than a movie for us. But I'm not sure whether when you watch a translated version of it, you might not have that feel. But please do give it a try. Watch it. The word means gods and demons. Devasuram. That's what it means, and it is about how a strong woman character, very pivotal character, with her strong character, she brings the inner virtue from a demon kind of a person. So that is the story about. Do try to watch it, Devasuram. Moving on to our evaluation session, I would like to invite our first evaluator, Toastmaster Mirza. So when I asked him about his favorite movie, this was his answer. My favorite is not a movie, it is an American TV series called Suits. The reason why I like this series is because of one character. His name is Harvey Specter. I've watched some of these episodes. It's very addictive. That's why I kind of had to force myself to stop watching it. So Harvey Specter is a respected lawyer. He is known as the best closer in the city. He stands for many things, and one thing which he loves the most is business is all about the bottom line. So if you are unable to produce, know that there will be someone else in this competitive world willing to take it. So that's the message. So anyone who is starting or doing a sales job, Toastmaster Mirza would recommend to watch Suits at least once. So please welcome Toastmaster Mirza, and I would like to... He is relatively a baby to Toastmasters Club, but have been very aggressively taking roles after roles. So congratulations to that, Mirza. All the best.
Thank you for letting me do this role. I'm thankful, and also I'm sorry that I didn't have your evaluation report earlier, so that I just missed it. So I just wanted to say that statement, what is your role meant for? Your role was meant for the purpose, the member to practice using vocal varieties or body language to enhance the speech. Timer, just give me some discount, okay? I will just say something. All right. So the few things I like about his speaker was, I like the way Santosh started his speech about his being baby, and how his mama waking up for the breakfast, and that is kind of connected me. Everyone can connect that, because being a child, every mother's waking them up in the morning. And I like the way with their parents, the parents' issues dealing with their life, not focusing on the children. So that is I really like it. And the way you also address that, it is kind of connected. And few things I wanted to address that where he could have done it better. One is since it is a role addressing as you should have playing a character. You mentioned your mom, your father, and yourself. I was expecting a character seeing on a movie like a screen. You use the tone, you use your body language. You're sitting there, your father was sitting in front of you, your mother was serving you food. You use the body language, but you could have used the tone differently. The tone was the same. It was not moving up and down. So it was really good to see the difference in the tone. Right. And I also see that whole role. I mean, I was expecting some good practice. You know, they say that the more you sweat on the practice, the less you bleed on the battle. I see that practice was little lacking. Otherwise, you could have done it more better. And the good way, how I like how the Santosh, how he's growing as a speaker. With both of us joined together, and he's just climbing up the ladder really fast. I'm kind of jealous. Actually, you are doing very well. I hope you learn from the child your trauma, and everybody has the story with their childhood, and everybody as a man we grow from the childhood trauma. And the way you close the sorry, the way you close this your speech as a World Mental Health Day, which is today, and it is really like it. And otherwise, you are irrelevant, and one day you will be doing something amazing than here. So all the best. So this is what all from me.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mirza. We'll move on to the next evaluation. In fact, I have so much of games in store for you all, but we would postpone it to the end of the meeting. Once the meeting ends, if you have time, you can stay back and have some fun. Yeah? So moving on to the second speech evaluation, I would like to invite Toastmaster Robert Studholm. We call him Toastmaster Bob. So when I asked him about his favorite movie, he said, if I can only pick one film, unfortunately, I know everybody will have a list. I think it has to be Groundhog Day. The theme of redemption through self-awareness and improvement is one that makes everyone feel good. So this movie, I had not watched it, but I read the plot. It's about a day getting repeated in a person's life. I think you have better movie enthusiast than me, I believe. He's not for every movie that I say. Yeah. So a day keeps repeating in a person's life, and he slowly starts improving. So we all wish for such days, yeah? Sometimes. At least, if I had got one more opportunity, I would have killed it. Kind. So yes, I'll definitely watch it. Over to you, Toastmaster Bob. Give him a lot of round of applause.
Long walk from the back. Thank you very much. Good evening again. When I introduced Toastmaster Norman's speech, I described him as a ebullient, and I think I win credibility points because that's the dictionary definition standing right in front of you there. Now, I would like to continue the credibility and the honesty by saying I did have a problem with the evaluation. And then, because it's all about movies and drama, I'm not going to tell you about it yet. We'll raise the feeling. I'll tell you later. Beginning of the speech, engagement with the audience, getting everybody involved immediately with the mental mori, and then turning it into a joke which got a laugh from everybody in the room, which, when you're involved in the engaging humour pathway, I think is the way to start things off. Brilliant. I couldn't actually, because I'm sitting in the back, check that eye contact was made with everybody in the audience, but if it wasn't, I don't believe that there was anybody very much missed out. It was very inclusive. The body language, very energetic, but very controlled. You were moving around this area, but you never looked nervous, never looked as if it was getting beyond you. You always knew exactly what you were doing. I think at every point of this, it was done to emphasize, it was done to show confidence that you owned the space. Vocal variety, pitch, pausing, emphasis, masterly, all the way throughout. And the projection. Now, initially I thought, oh, it's a mistake. You should not wear the mask because it's going to muffle. It's going to make it hard for people to understand. No problem at all. I was sitting right at the back. You were completely audible throughout all of the way. And I still thought, well, I'm going to say something about that mask. And then you turned it into a prop and took it up. And all right, we've got to scratch that one out completely. And getting to the problem. My problem is that I'm actually trying to evaluate somebody that I think is a better speaker than I am. So when I come to try and say, what you could do better is, I think, well, maybe you know what it is, but I'm afraid I don't, because I could not have done that better in any way. And I don't want to try and lie or trivialize and say, well, you ought to look at... No, you already looked at all of those things. You already do them to a very high level. I really have got nothing else to add to that. I don't think any criticisms that I had would be constructive in any way at all. So thank you very much for the masterclass.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bob. 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 That's the mother tongue influence coming in between.
What was Bob's favorite?
So moving on, in between I would like to bring your attention to the voting for table topic sessions as well. Saleh has posted the link in the group. Those who don't have the group, those who are not in the group, you can log into menti.com. That is the code written over there, 156119, and start voting for the best table topic. Guests can also vote. Everybody can vote in this case. So moving on to our next speech evaluation. I asked Toastmaster Adil about his favorite movie, and this is the funny one. He said, I have 3 favorite Hindi films. Hum Shakals, this is the name of the film, Zero, and Lal Singh Chadda. So the reason why he likes it is this is the best way to kill someone with boredom. I send a free ticket to my enemies so that they can turn to become my friends. You know, they will feel he's better than the movie. And these are the films which I'll force someone to watch if I want to punish someone or build patience in them. The enemies will regret to be his enemies if they watch this movie. In fact, police should, you can actually give it to your colleagues, Colonel Murad, police should use these movies to let criminals confess their crime on voice. I'm sure both of them will confess, and at the end there was a warning, if you don't do a good job tomorrow, you are going to get a free ticket for this movie. So I'm under pressure, you know. Over to you, Toastmaster Adil.
Was the speech humorous?
Yes.
Was the speech humorous?
Yes.
Yes.
Great. How many of you, including me, can relate the real-time life stories of their college days? In fact, the speaker has reminded me of my engineering days, where out of 60 students, there were only 2 girls. And if the girls don't make me brother, I would rather go and make them sisters. Because the bullies will make me memento mori. Okay, good evening, Toastmasters, and especially the speaker. Where is he? Okay, great. The greatness of any speech lies in its simplicity. And what a beautiful, simple job which you have done. What an ebullient speech, all is well. Although, I could see in the speech that all was not well in your life. But the speaker has made it sure that we all made our life well. He was great, he was confident in the beginning with using some props of the phone, telephone, calling his mother, and use the prop and use the stage. In fact, what I liked the most about your speech was the hand gestures and the body language with which he was moving around on the stage. And one of the best things, which I really recommend to all of those people who are doing their humorous speech and we fail to do it, which he has used it to the best of his ability, is a pause. Have you noticed when he used to give one story and there was a laughter coming out, he was giving a pause. He was letting the audience enjoy the whole situation of the story. That was really good, Sagar. Another thing was the smile with which you were talking on the stage, always light-hearted, good for the audience. Pauses, as I said to you, smile was there. Voice modulation, it was as needed, to the appropriate proportion was used to the best of your speech. And I liked the punchline, where the laughter was just created, zoom, and that punchline was my first girlfriend. Remember?
New first one.
Few things you should really work upon is something to do with the diction and the pronunciation. Of course, we all are not from that country where English is our first language. In fact, English is our 4th language in India, and I'm sure you only know 2. Thank you very much for giving. Okay, one more thing which I wanted to tell you about. Really need to remember about it. There was one line which you have used. Use of what the, not needed. So thank you very much on this World Mental Day for spreading humor in all of our life and giving us a lighter moment. And a quote for you, advice for you, that when nothing is going right in your life, turn left.
So I'd like to invite the timer, Toastmaster Sweet, to keep the timers with him.
Yeah, Mr. Anis took 2 minutes, 25 minutes, and Robert 2 minutes, 40 seconds. Asher is 3 minutes, 27. So
All are qualified.
All are qualified for voting. So Salih will soon be posting the link for voting. In the meanwhile, I would like to have our word masters report. I would like to invite Toastmaster Robin onto the stage.
Rohan.
Rohan, sorry. What happened? Are you tired now?
Good evening. One more time.
Good evening, Rohan.
Good evening.
Good evening.
This word has been used 11 times. So
Awesome.
11 times.
Okay. So please do remember to use the word. What was the word?
Ebullient.
Thanks to Toastmaster Radha, he named the group itself with the name, so we'll never forget it. Moving on. Now I am about to call up a baby Toastmaster onto the stage. Baby but very aggressive, quite smart. As I said, this is a great club to be because you see a right mix of all kinds of Toastmasters. We have veterans, mentors whom we look up to. We have members who have recently joined, and everybody will be taking up some or the other roles during every meeting. That is the beauty of Dubai Toastmasters Club. I'm sure it is the same with Matrix as well. So moving on, I'll like to invite Toastmaster Amina Salma to give the Grammarians report. So when I asked her about her favorite movie, she's a big movie lover as well. Many favorite movies, of course, but I would choose James Bond. Pierce Brosnan, specifically. I am a Sean Connery type of person more, but she loves Pierce Brosnan James Bond movies because of his looks, of course, and what else? Action. And they have a common interest, which is cars. So over to you, Toastmaster Amina, to have the Grammarians report. Please do give a round of applause.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Ms. Rashmi, for a 007 introduction. Dear fellow Toastmasters and guests, my role as a grammarian is to pay attention to good use of English and provide valuable feedback. It was pleasure listening to all your wonderful speeches. I did find few excellent use of English, especially the word memento mori. And then following with words credibility, positive hopes, reliable info, and following with the guest Nafisa telling so many gifts in a moment of life, open up entirely to new universe, subtle beauty, life is beautiful. And also I want to mention our esteemed PM Colonel Murad by spelling civilian to military person. Why did I choose all these words? Because today is World Mental Health Day. And when you see these words, they actually make you feel that you should do something about your life. You should grow and leave all the negativity and follow the consequences. Moving to, however, pointing out some of the few words that have to be improved, or those sentences. Kindergarten was said, it should be kindergarten. Lovely breakfast should be delicious breakfast. I fighted should have been I fought. I scared should have been I got scared. And then tied up to should have been tied to. So yes, so these were my report. And as I mentioned that our speaker spoke very good positive things today. I want everybody to follow that. It was very, very important. Today the whole day was all about this, from the radio and now in the television. Everything was going on this World Mental Health Day. So I know it's a lot of negative things are happening, and when the news is really sad nowadays. But keeping all that aside, always focus on a good day, and tomorrow is another day. So please, you know, don't think about all that. Yeah, move on to it. That's all. I think the topic is very good. I really love her topic. So I think better to go and watch a nice movie today. So that would really uplift the spirits. Thank
That
you so
would be
much.
a great tribute to the show as well, to the session as well. Thank you, Toastmaster Amina. Moving on. In the meanwhile, the voting is up now for the best evaluator. You can log into menti.com. That's the code there, 156119, and vote for the best evaluator. In the meanwhile, I'd like to invite Toastmaster Naina Sulaiman, yet another new Toastmaster, to give the R counter report. So I think she is a fan of animated movies as well. This is one of the movies which I always wanted to watch, Spirited Away. Have you seen it? Yeah. I'm sure. I'm not asking. What did you besides watching? Spirited Away. Documentary. We need to talk after. You know, I need to get to your recommendation. So why? It's an animation movie. The great visuals, the artwork, the storyline. Perfectly hand-drawn animated movie. And it's a very highly acclaimed movie. I've never got the opportunity to watch it, but definitely thank you for reminding me as well. One of the best animated movie that she has seen. And definitely there is adventure and mystery throughout the movie. So please do watch it. Over to you, Toastmaster Nair.
Thank you. Hello everyone.
Hello.
I was very disappointed today because I couldn't hear any R's in the speeches. All the speakers, all the speakers well done. There was no R's. I could hear maximum of 8 in between. That also one by one in the table topics. That's it. Another observation to Sagar. Sagar replaced R with so. So I decided. So I got scared. So I did so. A lot of so was there. So I lost my count, counting so's. So there was a bit of sauce, but there was no much R's. So yeah, that's all.
Very good.
Thank you, Toastmaster Naina. Moving on. Now it's time for us to check whether you have been really attentive or not. So now is the time for Trivia Master. And I would like to welcome a relatively new member of Matrix Toastmaster, Toastmaster Sheikh Randar. He's getting used to Toastmaster meetings now. So Shahid, when I asked him, his answer was simple. His favorite movie is Main, again a Bollywood movie. I'm sure people from India would have watched it. He likes action movies. He's a big fan of action movies, and that movie, along with action, has great songs, you know, trippy songs, groovy songs, and it is a movie without any deep thinking mode. You can just watch it, you know. Yeah. So I would definitely like you to watch it when you want to be absolutely relaxed. Over to you, Toastmaster Shahid.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rashmi. And this is my first meeting. Firstly, I don't know why I'm feeling so cold. There's so hot people out there. I don't know why. Like I did not observe much because I was so much into listening. I forgot to write something in in the notepad. So I had after then I forgot. Then I remember that my role is trivia master in this meeting. Then I remember that I should write something. I should properly maintain a register. Like I was not a kind of person in the school also who is writing everything in the notebook. I just used to just listen, just to have an answer directly. That's it. So I have the questions, 3 questions I have noted that I want to know that you have listened well or not. So first, Toastmaster Santosh was a very good speech he have made, very good cinematic mode he have made into this meeting. So one word he have used for her mother, she have drunken. So what that drink mean? What was the name of that drink?
Lemonade. Poisonous drink.
Lemonade. Yes, exactly. So that That was the correct. Who was the first, by the way?
I think he answered. Sergeant at Arms answered first.
Okay.
Yeah, but since you're the Sergeant at Arms and you get to eat a lot of snacks, I'll give the other.
I will give.
Who else answered the question?
Okay,
I think someone. Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I'll also need it.
Yeah, I'll give you a big bunch and packet.
Thank you. Second question is, which was the city Toastmaster Norman have quoted while starting the movie? While starting as a speech, creating that mood. What was the city name? Like, what was the country name? Like, whole story was based in which country?
No, Norway? No, I'm not answering. Because others should answer.
Yeah.
Yes, of course, yeah.
Japan,
Norway?
USA.
Sorry.
Nigeria. India.
How did we miss the country?
I think the guessing should stop at some point because we have so many countries.
No, it was America, right?
USA, that's what I said.
Yes.
You said.
Here. Oh, it's okay.
The last one. Okay, the last one is, of course, Toastmasters Sagas was amazing speaker, and here, like Rashmi have introduced what movie his favorite movie is. So, what was the favorite?
3 Idiots.
That's right. Like, who are the chocolate lovers are answering too fast.
Yeah, catch. She has the whole box. He's greedy. Who else?
So thank you so much. That's it from my side.
This is for you. Good job. Thank you, Toastmaster Shahid. Now moving on to one of the critical sessions of the day. Without further delay, I would like to finish our session, our rounds, and then move on to the games. It's still on, don't forget. So moving on, I'd like to invite our evaluator for the evening, Toastmaster Rohini Mendamka. So when I asked her about her favorite movie, she said The Sound of Music. This is one in my bucket list as well. It's because of the story, the music, the actors, everything about it is just special, and I have watched it many, many times. I think that period was very, that period has such many more interesting movies, like Gone with the Wind is one of the period movie which aligns with this movie as well. But I have not watched it. I'll definitely watch it. The movie name is The Sound of Music. Welcome, Toastmaster Rohini. We are very delighted to have you as an evaluator, and we would love to have much more joint meetings in future as well.
Thank you, Toastmaster.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, and good evening to some of the guests who are here to attend the Dubai Toastmasters meeting. Well, I'm doing a physical meeting after March 2020 when Dubai went into lockdown.
Wow.
And before that, we just had our last meeting for that season. So I think I've got to tap my chest and tell myself all is well. And take a deep breath. If you start hear a little nervousness in me, please excuse me for that. First of all, I'd like to thank Toastmaster DV, Bosco, and the others from Dubai Toastmasters for inviting us, the baby club, only 1.5 years old, to join this club. And I think the day when we made that decision that we will be part of this joint meeting, it was the best decision. The ExCom came together because we decided that the neophytes who are all used to only online with the matrix, let them come and experience this. But unfortunately, only 5 of us have made it. The others live in Sharjah, Ajman and beyond and could not. But we will have loads of stories to tell them. Norman is already smiling. So I know what's coming up next in the WhatsApp group. So thank you very much for having us at this joint meeting. So getting into my role as General Evaluator, let me start first of all with our amazing Sergeant at Arms Toastmaster Saleh. It was nostalgic to hear the Toastmasters promise, which we used to stand and say together, some of us even holding our hands on our chest because we take this seriously. There's so much to learn in this. This is not just some waste of time. And I really felt goosebumps. It was nostalgic. So thank you for starting with that. And he very smoothly went into the core values of Toastmasters: integrity, respect, service, and excellence. Then he went on to the house rules and also told us the emergency exits. Again, nostalgic, because we used to talk about in case of a fire, there is the emergency exit, that's how you exit, blah, blah, blah. I really enjoyed that part. And I thank him very much for an amazing opening, Sergeant at Arms, as well as then bringing humor into introducing the president of the club, and a special mention on how I saw him writing those quotes for menti.com and going around, putting it up, moving around with the mic. So give him a round of applause. Coming on to our president, Toastmaster Devi. Well, who doesn't know her? Toastmaster Energy, Devi Energy Alpaswas, right? Yes, I agree with that. Her energy is ebullient and she's all over the place. She's a fantastic Toastmaster, grown in her journey in such a short time, which is an amazing thing. And I'm sure as a leader here, leading the XCOM, she's doing a fantastic job with the club. I loved her opening, how she connected it with World Mental Health Day. I love how she engaged all of us by asking us to get up, shake hands with each other, even extend a hug. And that itself brought in the warmth of the meeting. We had already felt at home with each other and started smiling at one another, and the tone was set for the next 2.5 hours, which initially we would have felt it's long. Right now, we don't even feel like it's enough. I think that people are still not tired, if you agree with me. Right?
Yeah.
Yes, so that's what she set the tone. Thank you very much for that. She went into a very comprehensive, complete presentation on pathways, its core values, how many clubs are all over the world, in Dubai, everywhere. The guest introduction was done, and the slide was shown, which made it easy for the guests to come up, and if they forgot something that they had to answer, they could actually see it there and then answer that. So a good practice that we will probably also take home at Matrix and use it for our future meetings. Very well done, Toastmaster Devi. Give her a round of applause. Coming to the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Rashmi. I liked how she came in this way, waving. And the first thing that came to my mind was the late Lady Diana, when she met Prince Charles, and for those of you who have watched Crown will know the story, and how she was being trained to wave, to become a princess, to do all those things. So that quickly jumped into my mind, especially now with everything that happened with the passing of the Queen. Very well done. You walked in very well, Toastmaster Rashmi, and made it interactive again by engaging with the audience. The way you had prepared yourselves right from interacting with the role players on the group, and she kept reminding and reminding and reminding, and she kept adding on names to those who had answered her questions. So she was making sure that she was in touch with the role players. She was very well prepared because she hasn't missed out a single research on the movies given by the role players. She's researched all of it. So she's kind of built up a playlist for us to go back and watch. And I think she also mentioned that she will share the names later. So those of us who have some boring moments suggested by Mr. Adil or the others, interesting movies or movies that can touch a chord with us, there's a list coming up for you. Very well put together by Toastmaster Rashmi. Throughout the meeting, she did a very good job introducing the role players. Well, she threw me off balance introducing the word master with that word floxinosilly, whatever. I tried getting it down, but good job on doing all of that because the way she had connected her introductions to the roles was really very well done. My only suggestion was in keeping with time, Toastmaster Rashmi. In between the agenda, there was no time for the games that we actually played because the agenda was tight. But I loved the games. It brought in a nice feeling. And as you said, you caught up after a while and then you decided that at the end of the meeting, those who can stay back and enjoy those games, they can do that. So that was the only thing that I would suggest to you, that being the Toastmaster of the evening, you control the time and the agenda. So that is the only suggestion. Everything else was very, very well done. It was very clear that you were thoroughly prepared for the meeting, right from communicating with everyone, right from researching their movies and bringing it into your team. And you are tempting us now to go back and watch some of those movies. She deserves a huge round of applause. Toastmaster, Toastmaster Rohan. Believe me, at the Matrix, Toastmaster Rohan is one of our most nervous members. And he always feels that nervousness or whatever, but he has that willingness. He wants to be there. He wants to do more, and he is at the right platform. He is getting there. But he takes a role. He'll never say no. He'll try his best with it. And I was so happy to know that today he has accepted a role in a face-to-face meeting. Of course, he was a bit saddened that he forgot the round robin, but that's okay because the word was used 11 times. Well done, Toastmaster Rohan, for the ebullient word, cheerful, and of course the entire meeting was ebullient this evening. The role players were high-spirited, elated with some of the humor that came out. A lot. So lovely word, well presented. There was a small technical error, and I think in the face-to-face meetings of the past, we used to come prepared with a little print as well, in case something happened, and then just the word printed on an A4 size, and you would put it up around the place after it was announced, but he wouldn't have known that. But what I like is he was prepared with the word by memory, which shows that he had gone through his presentation and he knew what he was talking about. And then at some point he referred to his phone and he presented the word very well. Well done, Toastmaster. After that, we went into the prepared speeches, I would believe. And I think all the three speakers today have done a very good job. Toastmaster Santosh connected his topic to World Mental Health Day, and I don't know if it was a true story or it wasn't, but I think you touched a nerve with a lot of us here in the audience. Toastmaster Nicholas, Memento Mori. Great speech, Norman, and of course a lovely message. We have all heard Norman's speech and Norman's speeches in the past. And only being 1 year with the club, he has also represented us at area and division level. So he's doing really well as a speaker. Toastmaster Sagar, very funny speech, very well done. I think all of them deserve a huge round of applause. Then we went into a fantastic, refreshing break and came back to it, to our table topic master, Toastmaster Bosco. Toastmaster Bosco, a very, very experienced Toastmaster, and I am no one to actually evaluate him because I learned from him, and I learned so much from him, but very well done. The speakers were really nice, very well connected. The topics were connected to the theme of the evening, and you explained everything, the whole 9 yards, the timing and all of it, so well done. Coming to the evaluators, Toastmaster Mirza evaluating Toastmaster Santosh, then we had Toastmaster Bob evaluating Toastmaster Sagar, evaluating Toastmaster Norman, and then we had Toastmaster Adil evaluating Toastmaster Sagar. I just want to say that all of you did really well. I think Toastmaster Mirza, being a very new Toastmaster, you came on stage and started with an apology, but of course, being a neophyte, I realized that in the next 30 seconds that you spoke, you don't need to actually apologize on a stage in Toastmasters. That's not what you should be doing. But because you missed it out, I liked how you tried to make it up, saying that you did miss out on the objectives. I had noted that down, but when you came on stage, I erased that from my notes. But I think that you did a good job, even though you're a new Toastmaster, and you've got the basics right. So all you need to do is just connect with your mentor for more sessions or practice sessions on how an evaluation is done. And my role here is to tell you to use the method where you talk about the positives, like you talk about the strengths, 2 or 3 strengths from the speech. Then you bring in 2 to 3 recommendations, but not just suggesting, but you actually say it out. So if you're suggesting vocal variety, high tone or low tone, like you have to talk it out. You have to show it to them the way you want it done. Yeah, and finally a summary. The evaluators did very well. I think Toastmaster Bob did really well. And I don't know you very well, Toastmaster Bob, because this is my first time at this club. But you come across as an excellent seasoned Toastmaster. Again, I would say every speech must come with a recommendation. And I appreciate your honesty that you would probably not have been able to recommend a speaker who would have sounded better than you. But if you were on a contest stage, that would immediately rob you of 15 points that you would get for losing out on your recommendation and 5 points on your summary. So you get, behind the ones who are competing with you by doing that. So never do that. Find something. Every good speech can become better. Find something to suggest, recommend, and then summarize and close. All three, Toastmaster Adil also evaluated really well. He replied, his evaluation was also evaluated with humor, and recommendations were done. The only thing I found was all three of them missed a closing and just had a very abrupt ending. That's it from me for the evaluators. All the other role players, the word master, the grammarian, the app counter, and our trivia master Shahid did really well. All in all, my time is already up, so I'm rushing through this. I think today I've had to fill in big shoes being a general evaluator at Dubai Toastmasters. It has always been a dream to be here at this club and take a role, but not such a big one. So I'm just speaking from my heart that I've thoroughly enjoyed it. All in all, it was a very high-spirited, ebullient meeting. The role players were cheerful throughout. And it was a great feeling to come back to this face-to-face meeting, as I said, nostalgic, to look at so much and feel these feelings. And as I sign off, I would like to take a quick minute once again to thank Dubai Toastmasters for having us share this platform with you. And my only appeal to you is the babies at Matrix need some seniors. So if any of you here are willing to reach out and help us as mentors, maybe even dual members, anyone is welcome, because our club has less quantity but super quality, and we are reaching out to you for help, and we are also here to support with roles if and when needed. But thank you very much, and I wish you all the best for a fantastic many meetings to come.
Thank you very much, Master Rashmi.
Rashmi, best role player. Can announce the best role player.
The voting for best role player is up on menti.com. Please log in with the code and vote for the best role player. In the meanwhile, I hope we could at least blow some Monday blues away. Was it? Yeah, okay. However, I had played a lot of games for us, but in the interest of time, we had to cut short it. But still, we'll definitely be posting the movie recommendations in the group. We can still have a lot of recommendations from other members as well, and the list will go on and on. So I'll, for the time being, restrict it to the movie recommendations by the role players. I think everybody is, yeah? You have a question?
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you mention your favorite movie?
That's a surprise because it's hard.
He's going to take us for the movie.
When you ask, I would say The Scent of a Woman. It's one of my favorite movies. The Lord of the Rings. It's another, sorry? Yeah, that's it's one of my favorite actors as well. I mean, I can give you 10 movies at this moment itself, but I would like to listen it from you all. I'll definitely be posting my recommendations as well in the group. Yeah. So I hope we could manage to have at least a great list of movies and some fun together with it. For me, movies is always kind of a portion of talent, or that is the ultimate culmination of different art forms into one. Telling a story needs a talented writer, a talented visual storyteller, stellar performers who can slip into a stranger's mind, anticipate and know his character or her character and live that life for us, taking us into fantasy world, bringing us beautiful frames which otherwise we would have never even noticed, and especially I have an admiration for art directors. Always when I see great movies, I feel like I wish I lived in that place just because of the fantastic art that you see in those frames. So movies always is a topic for connection for me. It's a never-ending discussion that can go nights and days and nights, but I would like to conclude now in the interest of time. Thank you very much. You were all a great audience. Big hooray to Dubai Toastmasters Club and Matrix Toastmasters Club. Yes.
not to be given the tickets of the 3 movies.
Yes. Yeah, mission accomplished. So, hip hip hooray!
Hip hip hooray!
Thank you Dubai Toastmasters Club and Matrix Toastmasters Club. We are looking forward to have much more eventful joint meetings in the future. So
You have
now
to declare
I
the
would
winner.
like- yeah?
Declare the winner of the Damsharad.
Damsharads. I think the winner is
Yes, we want to hear it.
Yeah. So for the Damsharads that we played today, the winner is Team Rockstar!
There are medals. Medals and cups.
You'll be getting packs of chocolates from
Okay,
me.
don't throw them to us.
No, I cannot throw them and spoil someone's head. So I'll hand it over to the responsible president. Please don't take it home all by yourself. Divide it among. But don't worry, I have chocolates for you as well. Yeah? So now I would like to welcome Toastmaster Norman Nicholas, the president of Matrix Toastmasters Club, the charismatic president. He surprised us quite a bit because as Toastmaster Rohini said, we don't know you all. At least I am meeting you all for the first time and it was a great experience, great speech as well. So I welcome you onto the stage for the closing address.
Clap, clap, clap.
Thank you so much, Q Master. A very good evening, everyone. And what a fantastic day it's been today. I'd like to start today with a small mimicry. I hope you don't mind. So we played the president's note, so I'd like to do a little bit of Barack Obama. Well, Michelle,
Yes.
my daughters, and myself, we're very proud today to present the Oscar to the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Rashmi. That was indeed a fantastic meeting, and thank you for reflecting and taking us back to something that we truly enjoy. And I want to thank all the guests who attended today. As we said, we don't value the fact that you've come here and everything, but what we value the most is the time that you've spent with us. So thank you so much for that. I would quickly like to take feedback from just one guest. If you can please stand up and tell us how did you find your day, or if there's anything that we need to improve on. Yes, Toastmaster Majid, everybody. A round of applause. Just to get, my bad.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Well, I'll be quick. In fact, I'm going through quite a rough patch in my life right now, and I was having a really, really bad day today. You have absolutely no idea. I mean, especially that today is World Mental Health Day, whatever. But this 2.5 hours were really, really, really what I needed to just uplift me, and I cannot thank you all enough. So, yeah, great. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Majid. And this is always your place to be. We hope to see you more often. I would now like to announce the winners for today. Any guesses? Anybody? Let's get started with the best speaker. Just give me one quick minute.
That's a surprise.
The best speaker for today is Toastmaster Norman Nicholas.
Memento mori.
Oh my God.
And we'd now like to move on to the next segment, which is the best evaluator